Okay, it's another edition of Riding Home. Dean Legge, Matt DeBerry, Ryan Curley. We're going to talk about Todd Monken and what we still don't know yet, y'all. We are Thursday, February 9th. It's in the morning, and we still don't yet know what the ramification or where we're at with Todd Monken yet. He's had two interviews, y'all, with the Baltimore Ravens, one with Tampa Bay. We've got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Matt, where my suspicion, from what I understand, is that this was going to wrap up sometime this week from the NFL side of things. It's looking like that's not necessarily the case. What is this? What do you make of this right now so far, Matt?
Well, I think that the longer it goes, the better it is for Georgia that he stays. I mean, if he was offered the position at both, for Tampa Bay or for Baltimore, how long do you really need to think about before jumping on? And he knows he's got a great situation at Georgia. He said publicly that he likes to win. He likes where he's at Georgia. They've got things rolling offensively. He's got total command of the offense as the play caller, just really has to recruit the quarterback. And he's got a loaded quarterback room. And, it's a room full of guys who have been in the system and have been just around, so to speak. Sorry, I was ready to get text. I can't. But I'm sure he wants to coach up Carson Beck, who has been, in the system for a while. And there's a lot of potential for this offense to be very, very good. And he doesn't even know who the quarterback's going to be in Tampa. Is it the old Florida quarterback? Lamar Jackson could be on the move. It's not like he's coaching Lamar Jackson if he were to take the job in Baltimore. So a lot of question marks with both of those teams that interviewed him. And at the end of the day, I think the longer this goes, the better it is for Georgia that he stays and continues to do what he's done.
Ryan, could Lamar Jackson be on the move? Where would he be headed? Too soon, I guess.
Well, at the end of the day, I think they're gonna franchise tag Lamar. So I think Lamar's probably gonna be in Baltimore for at least one more year. But I think Monken's been pretty open, the entire last couple months about how he feels. He loves Athens. He loves his job. But if he's got job offers, he's not just going to completely ignore them. And if at the end of the day he wants to go back to the NFL, which it seems like he's interested in going back to the NFL, he's going to do that. Now, I do think that the Ravens situation is not the best situation to jump into. And I think the Tampa Bay situation, if that's even still on the table, I don't know if they ended up filling that slot. I wouldn't want to go in there. And, you have no idea who the starting quarterback is going to be come September. So it could be Kyle Trask. But
Kyle Trask was
he knows what the situation is here. I think he's the only quarterback on the roster right now.
He is the only. Let me just be real clear. My understanding is Kyle Trask is the 3, but he is the only person that could be retained just because of contractual things. Hey, and everybody, a lot of people only see this. We see a lot of new people on YouTube every single time. Pick up Double Dogs today. We've had a lot of orders this week, thankfully. I did want to thank everybody who's watching too, and I want to mention this on all the videos that we do. We had our largest month ever in January, and it was 52% larger than a year ago. So thanks to everybody for reading, watching, consuming our content, our data. We cannot do this stuff without y'all. I really mean it, whether we're talking about, traveling to LA or putting this stuff on. So thank you. Now, Matt, what does it mean for Georgia in terms of, I don't know that right now it really matters because they've not really started spring practices, recruiting. Todd was still out there. What does it mean if he comes back? I'll start there.
Yeah, I'm still working on this audio over here, Dean. Going to try to get that fixed. But it means Georgia has another real chance of going for a three-peat. What this guy did with this offense, even with Stetson Bennett, who's gone, and they're missing the Broderick Jones, the left tackle, missing A.D. Mitchell, 50 points in the SEC championship game, 42 in the Peach Bowl, 86 in the national championship game, something like that. The guy knows what he's doing. So he knows how to call plays, and this is going to be Carson's fourth year in the program. He was in that 2020 class. So another guy with a strong arm. We've been talking about Carson for a while, and he still has Brock Bowers. He still has plenty of weapons on this team to draw up different plays. And I still don't know if we saw the entire playbook last year, Ryan. I was waiting for some more wrinkles or two. This is a guy who is coached at Oklahoma State, everywhere, Southern Miss, and in the NFL. So he's one of the best minds, not only at the college level, but obviously in the NFL too, when you've got two NFL organizations trying to get you away. So at the end of the day, it's just continuity, just still, that presence there. And it, helps them possibly land Dylan Raiola as well, the 5-star quarterback, #1 player in the country.
Yeah.
Really likes Georgia, has for a long, long time. I thought they were the leader for him early in his recruitment before he committed to Ohio State, and Todd Monken is a big reason why. Ryan Puglisi, the 4-star quarterback on board now, just went on and on and on about Todd Monken, and his dad did to me as well when I talked with him. That is a big, big reason why they committed to Georgia. Guy knows how to score points, and it's going to be even easier the longer he's at Georgia, in my opinion. So this thing could really continue to keep rolling offensively if he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, look at the situation that he came into when Monken got to Georgia. It was COVID, the Jamie Newman drama, the Jay Daniels drama, is it DeJuan, is it Stetson, what are we dealing with? And then you transform, you move forward in that situation. They have a top 10 offense in 2021, and then they have a top 5 offense in 2022, and they lose 3 games in 3 seasons, 2-1 team. I mean, he is a huge part of this back-to-back national championship run. He's an integral part of it, and it's a big loss for Georgia if he's gone. It is a big loss, both on the field, recruiting, culture. I mean, he's been a huge part of this program the last couple of years. But if he decides to stay, he's got a lot to work with still. He's still got a ton of talent. They've got more talent coming in. Carson Beck and Todd Monken got here about the same time, so I'm sure that they're familiar with each other. I mean, it would be year 4 together. So I think that there's definitely a lot to be desired of him staying in Athens, and he's been clear that he loves Athens and that he would retire here. But I mean, if the right offer is there, he's going to go. But I think at this point, I think he's going to stay. Would be my guess.
Okay, we're guessing
because this has been dragging on, and these hires are going left and right. Multiple interviews, and we still haven't heard anything. I mean, it's been like a week since that second interview. I kind of think this would have been resolved by now.
Yeah, it was Friday. I mean, I don't know. I talked with somebody at Georgia yesterday. We were talking about this briefly. I mean, they were not sure what was going on, So this is kind of a private thing. I don't know. I mean, the Ravens a year ago had Greg Roman as their offensive coordinator. There's still some positions that are out there. I mean, the Colts don't even have a head coach yet, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing with the Cardinals, right? Aren't those the 2 spots, y'all, that are not yet filled?
Yeah, no one wants to
coach
Kyler Murray.
Head coach, so. Yeah, head coach.
Yeah, I think those are the 2 openings.
No one wants to coach where? Where'd you say, Matt?
Nobody wants to coach Kyler Murray. That guy's just a train wreck, but that's not a video for today.
Well, maybe not, but
I'll say this, though. If Todd Monken does leave, I'm not sure Kirby can get a guy like Todd Monken to come in. That's going to be the toughest thing to replace. It's going to be a lot tougher to replace Todd Monken than it is Stetson Bennett or Broderick Jones or anything like that. That's the guy they need to keep more than anyone because, this is the most explosive. This is the best offense. He's the best offensive coordinator in program history. They got to do everything they can to keep this guy on board some way.
But he'll leave at some stage. I mean, it can't be. I'll go to Ryan and then Matt.
Dean, you keep freezing, man.
Oh, do I? Oh, am I freezing for y'all? Well, I'm the one recording
the turntables.
So
turntables.
I think I'm okay. Here's the question. Well, it can't be like you cannot be so dependent on one particular coach or one particular player. And it seems to me like Georgia is not in that position. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Amazingly, it's like you ruined my train of thought because I can see myself perfectly when I see this. But if you say that If you're saying that my internet's bad, I'm not going to argue that. There's no telling. Um, all right, just real quick, Ryan, who do you think wins the Super Bowl? We're going very quickly here. Ryan and then Matt.
Oh, well, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to get it done. The Eagles have played maybe two star quarterbacks the entire season, and you saw what Patrick Mahomes can do on one leg for the last 2 weeks. Now he's got 2 weeks to get juiced up, to get rehabbed. I think he wins his second ring.
Matt.
I think the Eagles have been the best team all year long. I think they're going to win the game. They're so good on the offense and defensive line. They're great in the trenches. I think they're going to win.
Yeah, I want to just say something publicly here. I did not think Jalen Hurts would be a very good quarterback in the NFL. I thought the Eagles were making a mistake. Why are you shaking your head?
I agree.
Okay, well,
I didn't think he was going to be good either.
let me say this. To the Eagles' credit, what they did was they changed the way that they played, and that changed everything. I would like the Chiefs to win. I love Patrick Mahomes. I think he is one of the great quarterbacks of this century. His story is awesome. His athletic ability is sick. But when I watch the Eagles play, or the Eagles, Matt's Eagles, I don't know that the Chief. I believe more in the team than one individual person. So I think that my expectation is that the Eagles will win. Now, I would like to see Mahomes win. I think the guy is unbelievable in terms of talent. So I don't know. Are y'all is anyone cooking or anything like that? What do you do in
No.
Athens? Very quickly here. Those of us we're done. Like why? And it's been 20 years since I've been a student at Georgia. So Ryan, 20 seconds. What is Super Bowl Sunday like for the young people in Athens? I think Ryan is the one freezing. Now, can you hear me,
No,
Ryan?
I just wasn't moving. I just
Oh,
wasn't
you
moving.
just decided not to bat your eyes
Uh,
for 15
yeah,
seconds. That's impressive.
yeah, we're still figuring out what we're gonna do Sunday. Last year was just kind of a small house party because we had a huge TV. Um, so it just kind of depends, but that we're still figuring out the move this Sunday. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be at a place like Paloma.
Oh,
They got the huge screen and everything.
that is a
So
really good
you're
idea.
freezing unless
No, it's still you.
you're freezing for me.
Right, right. You look like you're in a sound cave. You look like you're in a sound cave. So I think that's sort of what's going on. But you sound great. I'll tell you that right now.
You both look great to me.
Well, thank you,
I'm in
Matt.
the Grady podcast room.
No
Had to
more, hey,
hijack it.
no more kids. No more kids. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.